Oh, Jesus Christ, that hurts my legs.
So, it would appear I'm a little bit late with this video. Link's Awakening released back in September after all, and let's face it, there were tons of reactionary and over-reactionary videos when this game was first announced way back in February of last year, literally nearly a full year ago. This one's going to break the algorithm, am I right? Happy New Year, by the way. It was a pretty hot topic, with most people loving the look of the game and a slightly smaller amount not being too impressed with how it looked at all. Given the character design videos on my channel and the fact that I've previously taken a look at Link's evolution, it seems like a given that I'd have something to say about this newish Link design and the remake in general. But given the fact that, I actually had a job back when the game released, it was one of those many topics that I didn't get a chance to accurately comment on. I just didn't have the time, but I don't have a full-time job anymore. Hooray! Wait. So I finally bought this game, used, like a cheapskate from CEX. Joke's on them though, it still had Nintendo points left on the card. Get in, and got a chance to crack on with playing this charming little remake. So let's pretend it's September, or maybe February, screw it. Let's just talk about Link's Awakening. If you're new here, please don't forget to like the video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel, and help me push on to my 20,000 subscriber goal. Also, this video features some spoilers from Link's Awakening. The original title released in 1993 for the Game Boy, and if you do not want spoilers and have somehow avoided getting spoilers for a 26-year-old video game, I do not suggest watching this video. I did not play the original game even when the improved Game Boy Color game released later in 1998, and I have even managed to avoid spoilers up until 2019, so if you do not want spoilers, I would ask what you are actually doing here, and I will be looking out for your comment claiming the game was spoiled like an owl obsessively watching a young elf boy. So straight off the bat, this game is gorgeous. It's been said over and over again, but this is hands down one of the nicest looking Switch titles, which is only let down by stuttering frame rate issues. To get this point out the way early, from what I've experienced, this largely happens as areas on the world map load as Link heads screen to screen, and this is especially noticeable in certain areas of the map like the swamp. It is a disappointing lack of optimization by Nintendo, but it also isn't game breaking either. Ultimately, it barely affected my experience, and outside of the cost of the game, which I agree was too high at release, it is my main critique of the title. Speaking of critique, I did see some opinions floating around during reveal trailer season that expressed disappointment at the art style the game decided upon, while simultaneously praising the game's opening. I can understand why there was criticism of this. The anime style cartoon set a precedent for what the game could actually resemble, but ultimately the game was just doing what the original did. It was trying to establish a real-world Link with a higher level of detail that would then be offset by a dream world Link with a cutesy aesthetic. Obviously, at the release of the original Game Boy title, this difference in cutscene to gameplay was likely down to the limits of the hardware, but with a remaster on a more powerful console like the Switch, this distinction could be made even clearer as a conscious art design choice. Nintendo chose to uphold the original game faithfully, whilst further driving apart the style of the game's opening and closing cutscenes, and the gameplay within the title itself. So if you haven't played the original game and have watched this far, I'm assuming you heard that spoiler disclaimer. Link's Awakening takes place within the dream of the Windfish, and by association is one of the goofiest Zelda titles you can expect to ever put your hands on. There are Mario references, lots of them. There's side-scrolling gameplay and boss battles. Link can even jump with the press of a button, before this was mainstream at least. Damn you, Breath of the Wild, making everything hip. The game by design takes itself not all that seriously, and up until the game's closing moments, it really is just a jolly old time from start to finish, with a whimsical level of mystery that surrounds the whole thing. And that is why this graphic style suits the game so well. The world is full of vibrant colour and interesting shapes with tons of charm. Koholint Island resembles a stop-motion world of fun and childlike innocence, which not only fits the dream of the Windfish's theme perfectly, but also throws in a nostalgic element to those who played the original game when they were children themselves. When we move on to Link himself, it's undeniable that this game presents one of his most interesting and unique looks, and I have to commend Nintendo for what they have attempted to do here. Link's design and model is really a 3D encapsulation of his original 2D sprite from the original Link's Awakening. Imagine if you pumped this sprite full of air and blew him up to a larger scale format, and this Link is definitely what you'd get. Both the 3D render and in-game model display a Link with a new and improved level of colour detail. His shield has clearly become the iconic Hylian shield design, and his new visible tunic details are reminiscent of A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening's manual. Though if we're getting technical, the white leggings allude more to the modified design established in the Oracle games. Given this, I'm actually very confident that Oracle remakes will return in this style in the not too distant future. One of the most notable features of this design are Link's eyes. While these play up to the original's pixel-based black dots, they also partner up with the character's glossed over texture to create a character who looks like he came straight out of Toys R Us. If the world of Koholint was a children's playset, this Link is definitely the figurine that you would play with inside it. He actually reminds me a lot of a Playmobil figurine in the face, except with, you know, a soul. If only the movie had that as well. The final package is a Link design which is cute beyond belief, simple to behold, and easy to digest. And that's the design that perfectly fits the theme that this game is going for. It looks like a much more traditional Link in comparison to Toon Link for example, but has a sprinkle of dreamlike magic to it that adds a hint of Toy Story charm. While I don't think that this is the best Zelda title, or even necessarily the best rendition of Link, I have to conclude that it is the best possible way they could have presented Link's Awakening. The themes that the game presents are perfectly represented visually, and as a first time player it was a great escape from the real world for me. The Link doesn't compare to Cheese Link, mind you. He's truly the most charming rendition. So that's it from me, but what do you think of the design of Link's Awakening and the Link itself? Let me know in the comments section below. Alternatively, hop on over to my Discord. We're a small community that chat about games, each other's artwork, video games, movies, and a bunch of other stuff. You may even be able to get some feedback if you're an aspiring content creator on YouTube. At this time, I'd like to give a big shout out to my patrons who make videos like this possible, with a special thank you to Top Hat Gaming Man and Fungus Slade, who are donating at the top tier of donations. Thanks very much. If you'd like extra perks like early access to my character design videos and a credit in each episode, head on over to my Patreon for more information. Alternatively, if you'd just like to tip me as a one-off because you enjoyed this video, please do so on Ko-fi. Any amount is appreciated, and even a single US dollar or British pound would help me continue to make videos like this one. 2020 is definitely going to be challenging as I try and put more time into the channel.